What's up everyone, my name is Mark lads and welcome to my video. So you've been living under a rock or you just haven't been on the internet or you have seen it. Nick A30 is in drama, which means it's my time to slide in and claim any bits of relevancy from it. I am not afraid to admit that I'm only here for views and nothing else. Okay, so jokes aside, I actually wasn't going to make any video on this. At first glance I thought this whole thing was very stupid and it was just kind of like extremely unnecessary back and forward action going on here. However, the more I've done research and the more I realized, ooh, there's a bit of spice in here, there's a bit of drama in here, and I want to build that. I want to build that spice. So basically I'm just going to give my opinions on what I think about this whole situation, because that's what I want to do on this channel, is my whole goal and whole plan. But for this one I'm being as unbiased as possible because I do think that both these men have credible cases. So first of all, just the ground facts of the whole situation. I do think, as a general perspective, I do think it's ridiculous. To be honest, I just hit my mic. The fact that this is all being caused because Nick avoided a donation is a bit ridiculous and a bit far-fetched. I suppose obviously the two people in question here is Nick A30 and his YouTuber called Arch. Arch donated to Nick A30, wanted the challenge off him, but Nick never gave him one, and that's literally how all this started. So to obviously start with the first video, off the bat, it is very wrong to claim that Nick A30 is some sort of scammer to his viewers. Granted, he did change it, which is fair enough. However, realistically, he already probably got the boost he needed in views and then decided to change it once obviously everything kind of started coming together. I do completely understand the point of why he made the video, but I just think how he presented it was why Nick was so angry with it.
And then you do a video on me, over 100,000 views. You clout chaser.
I think by saying I've only done this for views is just a lie. I'm very happy with my life. I don't care about the views. I've been editing since I don't even know when.
So Nick is obviously claiming that this is all for clout, and to be honest with you, I kind of agree with that because, I mean, of the title and the thumbnail. Like, that is media, like that is news straight to eyes. People are obviously going to want to look at it and be like, oh my god, Nick has scammed fucking thousands of people or something like that. But no, he just scammed one guy out of $10-15, like, you know what I mean? You can't lie, Arch, if you are watching this video for some reason, that whether you think it is or not, you were looking for some sort of recognition or clout. And you also said you didn't make any money off it, which you did prove, and that's obviously fine, that's fair enough. However, at the end of the day, you got a fuck ton of views and a lot of exposure to your channels, which in the long run, that obviously boosts the watch hours, etc, which would then lead you to make money. But that's just the way I'm looking at it, just my opinion. But I also do think that the original donation was an intention to get more views too. To get Nick to give you a challenge, you would obviously put that in your video, which will increase the views. Of course, having Nick in the video or Nick in the thumbnail is going to increase the views. And even in one of your donations, you say even something like the chest only or a shotgun only challenge. I mean, like, there you go, chest only. Would you not just do that? But I think obviously you want to get Nick to say it, so then you could put it in your thumbnails and you put in your title that, oh, Nick told me to do the chest only challenge. Now look, was that your intention? I don't know. It's just how I'm seeing it. It's just my opinion. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's just how I see it. So I do think that Arch's initial intention was to get the better title for the videos, for the views, before Nick even said anything about the donation. And I suppose just to finish why you may think that Arch might be in the wrong, I mean, like, you can't really expect that donating to large streamers guarantees something you want. I know it was something very little for Nick to do, but at the end of the day, it's something that really could have just been resolved by asking Nick for a refund, and that whole situation would have just been over straight up, you know what I mean? So now let's go on to Nick and why obviously he could be in the wrong as well. So from the start, of course, Nick obviously could have just stated the challenge and been done with it. Simple. I don't think there's really much for me to really kind of go on about that. I suppose also other stuff you could say about Nick. I mean, to be fair now, what he was saying in the video to stream, now look, streaming, like, things can just come out. I can understand why Nick was very angry because the guy had a very horrible title and we all know that. However, I suppose it was quite wrong of him maybe to kind of, I suppose, call him a douchebag, a scumbag.
And you made way more than $10, so go show that to your community. Go show your ad revenue on that. Little scummy person, bro. He's the one donating to me asking for a challenge, bro. Of course I'm gonna block him because he's a douchebag. Like, what an idiot.
You know, it's kind of one of those things where, do we think it was necessary from Nick's point of view to say all that? Obviously, just from my point of view, I just personally think that Nick is a very intelligent person. I've been watching him for a long while, and I don't really think he's ever really kind of fucked up in a way, you know. So I just do think kind of saying all this stuff and kind of losing his head was quite wrong of Nick, and he probably should have been a bit more professional in what he was saying. And yeah, I just think that's it, really. I mean, straight up, he should have just said it, called it a day. Maybe he should have suggested to refund all the money. That probably would have solved the situation as well.
Now, in all honesty, if I knew this, I would have gotten a refund and taken down the video. But I had no idea this was possible. I only assumed it would be possible for people who maybe donate $500 instead of $50.
Or to be fair, Archie is right. On Streamlabs, it does say all donations are non-refundable, which I suppose in Nick A30's eyes, I mean, of course, like, Nick seems like a good guy. I'm sure he would give the money back if it was asked. But from Arch's position, he probably saw that way. Oh no, I'm not going to get my money back here. What's going on here? So it's one of those situations, again, you know, it's kind of a bit like, ooh, you know, a bit iffy that. I can see why Arch started it, to be fair. I just think how he presented it was awful, and that's why Nick got so angry. I do think Nick went a bit too extreme with his anger. I do personally think he is very intelligent, and I think he would actually kind of agree that that was a bit too much. And he's not watching this video, but like, you know. And yeah, look, I mean, it's just one of those things. I'm sure that's it now, and that's the Nick beef over, and who knows. But anyway, look, let me know what you think in the comments. Agree, disagree with whatever I said. It's cool, I'm open for it. I will see you in the next one. Good luck.